Hospital is known for the great health care it provides to children free of charge, adding hope and opportunity to many families in the region. Sean Lafferty joins us once again live from the Shriners Hospital with more on the services provided to make the stay easier to handle. Sean, I'm excited to hear what the number's at now.
Well, Jill, and you touched on it just a second ago. It really is all about the children. And for almost 90 years here at the Shriners Hospital for Children in Erie, they started back in 1927 here in Erie. For almost 90 years, it has been all about the kids. As I look over at the tote board, almost $9,000 in pledges. If you have already called, once again, I cannot thank you enough for what you're doing to make things happen here at the Shriners Hospital for Children. If you haven't called, please pick up the phone or stop by. They're taking your pledge right out front if you want to stop by here on West 8th Street. You can also call 875-8888. Before we go any further, I do want to point out some fun that we're having here in this main room here. The Mellishes, Emily Mellish, who you met again in the last half hour, they have got, let's see, a whole table of Shriners and a whole table and a half, and the Seraphin family working on Emily's beads. And if you haven't seen the beads, we'll show those to you later in this half hour. I can't believe that we are already almost halfway through the telethon, so please, no time like the present to pick up the phone. Despite how much fun we're having here, we do know how intimidating it can be to be in the hospital, especially for kids. The Shriners Hospital really realizes that it can be a tough time for kids, that the fears can overwhelm them sometimes, and they have their own program that supports the kids and makes it just a little bit easier to go through what they're going through. Dave reports.
For a child, a medical procedure can be a frightening experience, but a program at Shriners Hospital for Children, the Child Life Program, helps take that fear away.
We're advocates, we're coaches, we're friends, we're buddies. We focus on play and education, preparation for whatever experience they're going to have here.
And that means helping the children adapt to their surroundings.
Understand what gadgets are on the walls, and sometimes they see white coats and nurses' things and they get nervous.
Child life specialists can meet with the kids one-on-one and help explain on their level what's going to happen.
Two nurses will come in and they're going to hold your arm up very gently, and processing the information that the doctors are sharing. It can be a lot. It can be very overwhelming for both parents and children. So we help break things down for kids so that they can understand it.
We want to make them familiar and make this a fun place. Children, a common language with children is play. And so oftentimes they're like, I get toys to play with. They're like, yeah. And we're like, this is a great place to come to.
Thanks to Shriners' Child Life Program, less stress means a happier child. David Belmondo, Jet 24, Action News.
Thanks again, David. Let's talk a little bit more about how important it is to relate to the kids on their level. Joining me now is Dr. Corinna Franklin here at the Shriners Hospital. And obviously you work with children every single day of your professional career. How intimidating can the process be for them?
Oh, well, I think it can be incredibly frightening. Of course, they're coming to a strange place filled with a lot of noise, and usually it's because something's going on that's unpleasant for them. So, unfortunately, we often see them at a moment in their life that's difficult. They may be afraid, they may be in pain, they may be nervous that something's going on that someone hasn't really fully figured out or told them about. So really, it can be a very frightening process.
I think what's been remarkable for me is to watch how well and how easily everybody here relates to the kids and how at ease you make them feel.
Well, that's one of the great things about working here at Shriners Hospital. Of course, we're a peds-only hospital, so we only treat children, and everyone here is really committed to children having the best possible experience.
All right, Dr. Franklin, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for everything that you do here at Shriners Hospital.
You're welcome. Thanks for having us.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. Again, the phone number 875-8888. We've got about an hour and a half left, but as I said before, no time like the present to pick up that phone and make that pledge of financial support for the Shriners Hospital. Live at the Shriners Hospital with our telethon, Sean Lafferty. Back to you, Jill.
Sean, we asked him to double that number in a half hour, and our viewers did just that. So let's see what we can do in these final hours. Sean Lafferty, thank you. And coming up, we will have more from the Shriners Hospital for the telethon. That will be, though, after Dan's forecast. Dan, a perfect night for people to stop on by the hospital and drop off a donation.
Yes, Jill.